Welcome to another episode of the Pepper Soup Talk Show, where we bring to the table movers and shakers in the African diaspora. My name is Aki. Here, my partner Sekou, and we have the fortune of speaking with a guest today out of Liberia. He's made a lot of waves in the Liberian community as a DJ, a business owner, promoter. And we're excited to hear his story and all the knowledge that he has to share. Even before we, even go into it, I just want to say, there was a lot of, I could just tell he's a very wise person, just from the way he was speaking. So, welcome to our show, and I'm gonna let you introduce yourself.
Yeah, appreciate it. My name is JBizz, originally from Liberia, Monrovia. So came to the U.S. when I was 10 years old. Been in Philly for a little while, been shaking and moving. I like this name of the show, Pepper Soup.
Yeah, go ahead. Welcome to the Pepper Soup Talk Show, bro. It's in the building, bro.
Funny thing, we serve pepper soup too.
What?
At the restaurant.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. But pepper soup is a Liberian dish too.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Aki, you should know.
I thought it was Nigerians.
It's a pepper soup. Yeah, it's a Liberian dish too.
Check Aki, he needs to be checked.
Oh yeah.
So how do Liberians do pepper soup?
The way they cook it?
Yeah.
I think we probably cook it the same. It's watery, right? It's American people would say chicken noodle soup and stuff like that. But it's pepper soup. It's watery, and then we put the meat in it.
Okay.
Probably the same way you guys do it, but the season might be a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I tried Liberian jollof for the first time not that long ago.
What you thinking about?
And I was impressed. I knew I would probably like it, but I wasn't expecting to really mess with it the way I did.
So the funny thing about that, right? They did some review lately, and I think Liberian jollof rice is the #1 in the world right now. I'm serious. I'm telling you, they had some posts on the internet. That's what it said.
But sometimes I just wonder who got the biggest egos, Liberians or Nigerians. So
when it comes to the food, right? I think when it comes to the music, right? I'm an honest person, right?
Right.
When it comes to the music, they got that. Entertainment in general, they have that part. But when it comes to the food,
correct.
Yes, we gotta just you can't have everything. Yeah, right. You can't just be blessed with everything. You gotta. So the other nationals, we have the food. I don't know what Ghanaian. I think the girls. What you think?
Listen, man. Shout out to all the beautiful African women.
Look at this guy. You a politician now? You a politician now?
No. But of course, Nigerian. Nigerian women are out here.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, man.
Definitely, man. Love Africa. One love, one Africa, man.
But shout out to all West Africa right here, man. God, Nigeria, Liberia, and Guinea. So,
Guinea.
Yeah, all the stars are lining up right now.
Oh yeah.
I ain't gonna lie about the female part. Guinea.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna act like I key.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wouldn't even lie about that part. When it comes to the female part, Guinea.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, shout out to Guinea. You heard from the man.
Definitely.
If he said it, it's definitely true.
Now, let's start from the beginning though. So you from Liberia? Were you born there? Were you born?
I was born in Liberia. Yeah.
And so when did you come? When did you come to the U.S.?
I came here in 2000.
Okay.
In February 2000. Liberia had this crazy civil war going on. So we had 3 civil wars. I think I was in 2 of them when I was a kid.
You said Civil Wars?
Civil Wars.
You were in the Civil War.
Yeah, I was a kid in there. When the people was fighting the war, and my parents was there. So traumatizing. Things I seen when I was a kid. You walk in, you seeing dead bodies on the ground. It's crazy, bro. Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, Liberians, people that from Liberia, they went through a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Bro, a lot of stuff with that situation, but yeah, we was able to make it out. Definitely, appreciate it.
And then you fled to the U.S.
Came here
to Philadelphia specifically, or where did you?
The first city I live in was Carolina, Cause my aunt that brought us over there, she was based over there.
Okay.
So I live in it's like the small town in Carolina called Salisbury. Yeah, I stay out there. So it was cool. Wasn't too cool because, boy, we got bullied when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Man, them kids, tough. Been coming from Africa as a kid, tough.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so yeah, you know, when you back in the day when you was a kid, they used to call you African booty scratcher. They used to bully you. They bullied me real dead. But I had my cousin was there. She was a girl. She couldn't really do too much. She tried her best. Yeah. You feel me? Even though sometimes she interacted with them too a little bit. Yeah. Because you know everybody want to be funny. Yeah. So yeah, as a kid we went through a lot coming from Africa. But it was, and the funny thing I seen some of the kids that used to bully me at her wedding, like last month, they didn't remember who I was. Yeah. Can't remember me. Yeah. Let you know, just a moment thing that they're just having fun as kids. Yeah. It's not something they don't understand the effect
like
that it's gonna have on an individual. They're just having fun. So they couldn't. I was looking at them like they can't remember me.
Wow.
So like when you had that moment and you still came in contact with some of these people, like tell us about like how you felt emotionally in that moment, and did you get a chance to like confront any of these people, and what was that like, or you just felt like in that moment, like share with us? Not
really. When I came across a few of them like recently at her wedding, whatever, I was just kind of looking at them like this individual that y'all laugh about, y'all bully him, and he just exploring life. Yeah. And most of them still trying to figure life out. You feel me? Yeah. So something that you was talking down on, they figure life out while you still trying to figure life out. Yeah. Right. So you got to be careful how you treat certain people. Very true. You don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. So yeah, that's why I really.
Yeah, and thank you for sharing that with us, because that's like a moment of vulnerability, because I went through the same process. You know, I came here also when I was about 10 years old, and like coming from Africa, like I thought like I was the king of the world. You know what I mean? And then I was bullied. You know, and it got to the point where I was actually ashamed of telling people I was from Africa. In Guinea, we speak French, and a lot of us go to France. So I would be telling people like, yo, I'm from France because I speak French at that time. So you sharing that is like take me back to like my past and some of the people that that literally like were bullying me at that point. They actually became one of my closest friends because we came in Harlem at that time, and Harlem at the time was rough. Like it was block by block. There were certain blocks that you can't go to. So thank you for sharing that, because sometimes it's like
it's real. A lot of young people go through that though. But like I said, they kids, they're having fun. Right. Especially the one thing about this culture that I learned, they say anything to make somebody laugh, no matter who they hurt. You feel me? To them, it's just trying to make people
like kids don't know what they're doing really.
Right. So they're kids, but you can't. Who you blame is the parents, right? Because the parents don't teach them, but the parents don't know better either. Nobody taught nobody nothing. You feel me? So there's a pattern that keep going on, keep going. But shit, we here.
So, JBizz, like you, this kid that experienced a lot of trauma, seeing wars, seeing death. You made it to America, and now you here. Like you know, you keep talking about how you blew up, and like now everybody know who you are. Where you go, you hold events that most of the time, like now people know about. Like we're gonna go into detail. So, talk to us a little bit about like where you at today. Is that what you expected? Like what was your mindset? Are you surprised by where you at today?
Yeah, so definitely when I was growing up, you know, every kid got a dream of who they want to be. I wanted to be a cop when I was a kid. Yeah. So I wanted to be a cop, and then went through life. I wasn't a big fan of school. Yeah. You feel me? So I wasn't really big on school. So like I had to figure something out. So in the process of like doing parties, First, I did my first party. Me and my friend, we celebrated our birthday. It was like 3 of us. So they had this guy, right? He was a photographer, and he was older than us, and doing the photo shoot. And we was, cause we know we used to dress up, whatever. So we was fly. So he was like, y'all should call yourselves Swagger Boys. So that's how they kind of like, we say, okay, so we started running with that.
And this is in Carolina? Or
no, it was in Philly.
This is in Philly, okay.
It was in Philly. So once we did the birthday party, it was a success.
Yeah.
We never did no party after that, but we did something like, it was amazing. So they had this one guy, right, he used to do parties, he had the funds, but his stuff was never hitting.
Yeah.
Like his party was always empty because his mom was like helping him invest into stuff like that's what come with information. If you have older people around you that got information, they can also help you get to where you need to be. So his mother used to. So he came to me one day. He was like, I'm trying to have a Christmas party. I want you to be a part of it. So I said, all right, cool, we do it because we wasn't doing that. Right?
Yeah.
We just had a name. So cool. So I had this kid, right, that wanted to perform to this Christmas party, and he came to me. He started rapping. So I was like, this kid got something. So once he started rapping, like I started to take him to like little basement studios and things like that. So I started to tap into the music industry. So we had this party. The party was so crazy. It got shut down by the fire marshals. Like since then, yeah, it was lit.
It's on.
And then I figured out my niche now.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really worried about school. So I started managing this kid by the name of Young Moose, who's currently signed with Sean Kingston right now. He's living in Calabasas.
Okay. He
just did a song with Tory that's about to drop. The first song he's coming up.
What's his name?
Young Moose.
Young Moose.
Liberian, yeah.
So tell us a little bit about school. Like, what kind of kids were you in school?
Yeah, I was in school. In school, I had good grades. My grades was cool, cause like I figured out how to get good grades. You feel me? You know, you can find ways to I had good grades, but I just didn't like school. I wasn't a big fan of school. That wasn't like my passion.
Why is that? Can you expand on that?
I don't know. It's like it wasn't something that I like. You know how some people like stuff. Like,
do you feel like it was the structured environment? Like, was it like what?
Probably because I got bullied. Probably being bullied in school probably plays a part of me not really liking school when I was a kid, and I just grew up not liking school. But I played sports in school, so I like that part. I played soccer in school, so that was cool. I like that part of school, but I wasn't really a big fan of school. Yeah. So once I started to do, I started to manage the kid. So in the process of managing him, we was doing big stuff, and then I tapped into doing. So for me managing the kid, so I figured, okay, now I'm managing this kid. So that's when Afrobeats started to come to the U.S.
Okay, so was this like 20? That was like 13.
Yeah, that was like 2014.
Okay.
So that's when Afrobeat started to come to US, and then so we was doing. Me and I partnered with this dude called DJ Bossman down. So I'm from like Bristol area, right?
Okay.
Bristol, PA, Northeast. They out there, they know me. He down here, he in Southwest. Okay. West Philly, they all know. So we came together and we started doing events, and we was killing it. Yeah. Yeah, that's when parties in Philly, African parties in Philly, used to, if you was a promoter, right now, it's kind of shaky.
Right.
I remember.
We gonna dive deep.
Yeah. We
got. We gonna get JBizz in the show today, because I just feel like a lot of people come in contact with you, doing like the showtime, the party and stuff, but we want to know like, who's the real you?
Trying to peel back the curtain.
The curtain, man. You know, it's all about perception. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's really some of the stuff that we want to unpack. Like, who's the real JB? Like behind the show.
Yeah. So for me, like behind the show, I like helping people. Yeah. You feel me? And through my career, right, helping people always helped me. So this kid that I'm telling you that I used to help. So they had this guy by the name of Tama Ali. Okay. So Tama is like he just got put in the Hall of Fame for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's like Liberian. He played linebacker, and he's in the Hall of Fame for Penn State too. He got drafted from Penn State in the first round. Yeah, so he a big deal. So he played football for like 13 years, right? So transition out of his career, like he always did music here and there. He always rap, and he wanted to do music, but he was a football player, so he really couldn't do both. So transition out of his career, he was watching. So Moose is a big artist in our Liberian community in Philly. So he used to see what Moose was doing, so he wanted to like tap in with Moose. Moose went to Kansas, was out there for a while, and Moose told him like, this the guy that helped me on my career.
Yeah.
So he got me over there. I was there, and I started to work with him, and so helping people helped me.
Yeah.
So that got me working with him, and that helped my career kind of. I started to like link with. That's when we kind of we supposed to do a collab with Flavor, but Flavor sent Mastercraft. Mastercraft came in. Mastercraft's like my brother now.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So when he's in the U.S., I'm a U.S. manager. So yeah, so it's like all this.
Yeah.
So helping people helped me. So I just love helping people. Get to where they gotta go. Always get me where I need to be too. You feel me? So yeah.
Yeah. You know, you mentioned DJ Boss Man, and you mentioned a lot of these parties that you're putting on especially when Afrobeats was starting to come to the U.S. Can you talk a little bit more about that and what those experiences were like and how it evolved over time too?
So Afrobeat. So that's when Afrobeat was newly coming, right? So techno. That's when techno drop had them like 3 or 4 songs, right? Pana and them new songs. They had 3 songs. So one of my boy called Spotlight was doing a tour. So that's when nobody wanted to bring African artists to Philly. Nobody did, like it wasn't a market for African artists in Philly. Nobody understood it. So I thought about it, right? So I said, okay. So I had to connect with there was a strip club called Vanity Grand at that time. So Vanity Grand, right? But before
you mentioned these names, you take it back.
Yeah. No, it's real stuff. So before we did techno. Vanity Grand went to Vanity Grand. That's when it had this promoter at Vanity Grand. He was he was checking us out, so he wanted to do something together. So I said, okay, Afrobeat strip club, Vanity Grand got radio promotion. So if I do it here, they gonna give us radio promotion. So that's when you heard. So in the radio promotion, I made sure they put one of the techno songs, so the song can play in the commercial. We did that. Boom, we sold that out. That's when Afrobeat artists were charging like $2,400.
Yeah.
For sure.
Can you imagine?
Now they want 30, 40 to 50,000 now. 80 bands. I'm like, it's okay. I'm gonna just chill right here while y'all do that.
Yeah, so, it's crazy to think about that. Even just the difference in how it was then and how it's become now as the artists have become more mainstream. Because to us as Africans, the music to us is still the same. Like like we see it the same way back then that we do now. And but the fact that you're saying like, wow, like it's a different, you know, what Fat Joe say, yesterday's price is not today's price.
Yeah, them boys yesterday's price, not today's price.
What resonated with me is this JB. You like the pioneer of like getting the culture, the Afrobeat culture where it is today. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So like, talk to us about your mindset back then when you like trying to bring this big artist, like you know, techno now is blow up, but back then, like, were you thinking about like mine was like it's definitely a money risk, but how do you make that work? Like,
it definitely. Another we did techno. The way we was able to pull techno off, because you know one thing people don't understand, like when you pushing like a new artist, you have to push the artist with like, you have to push the song with like an image, right? That's one thing they don't know. So when we were doing the promotion, we was promoting the videos. There's videos to the songs that's famous with the image, with the caption, pushing everything out there together. So sometimes people will hear the song, but they don't know who sang the song. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of promoters go wrong. They just think they're gonna post the image and then people are gonna know who that is. Because you gotta understand, Afrobeat is not here yet; it's getting here. Yeah. You feel me? So it's gradual. So we did the techno show. We pushed it out there, like, and then the strip club vibe, and then it was just hype. We built it around it with the radio. People never heard no African song on the radio before. So when we did that with the drop, people was excited. And then we did techno, and then I did techno in Philly, and I did techno in 3 more different cities. I did it in Minnesota, I did it in Iowa, I did it in Rhode Island, so I did 4. And what I did too is one thing people don't understand about the Liberian community in Philly. Boy, it's heavy. And Liberian people love to party.
Yeah.
That's why I say other nationalities.
A lot of Liberians and
like Nigerians.
Y'all show up for each other.
Yeah, Nigerians love school, right? That's when you guys, they got school.
Well, that's changing.
But when it comes to my people, my people love good time. So you figure out how to make it exciting for them.
Right.
So they heavy. So we did techno, and then what I did next, we did Malik Berry. That's what Malik Berry only had that one song. Right? He only had Control. Only Control he had. So he literally dropped his tape on the tour.
Okay. So
I was backstage and I heard Malik saying to the booking agent, like, damn, I can't believe like this, because you know everybody only knew Malik as a producer for WizKid, so that's how I push it out there. I used like the little videos he was doing with WizKid, because he really didn't have an action music video at that time. But you know, Wiz would perform and he would be there too. That's how I pushed it out to them, and that was a good show too. And that's when he dropped his tape. And then I did 4 cities with him too. Okay. I used the same pattern with the same exact cities. And Bossman was a part of that puzzle too. Me and him, we came together and we did that. So we was when I really opened the door for people to be comfortable to bring Afrobeat artists to Philly. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. We definitely did that.
And then we gotta give you a major shout out for that, man, because Philly is literally like one of the most underrated, misunderstood city out there on the East Coast. But somebody like you, like, why Philly, man? Like, why do you keep bringing these big stars to Philly, man? Like, how do you see this city compared to like DC and New York?
Boy, Philly's a tough market, bro. Tough. DC, think about DC. People go to DC to have fun. People got money in DC to spend on extra activities. People in Philly just getting by. You know, somebody got like that job that paying them $13 an hour, $14 an hour, they just getting by. So if you're able to get them to spend that little extra 20, 30 to activity, man, a lot of people not able to do that. So a lot of promoters are taking L's because they're not understanding the demographic of what's going on here. People don't have. So when an artist is charging $30,000 or $25,000 or $15,000, you trying to make that money back. So your ticket price got to be super high, and these people can't afford that. You feel me? People, Africans in Philly, Africans in DC, they got career jobs. So they making $60,000, $80,000 a year. They can afford that kind of activity. But people here making $20,000 to $35,000 a year, they can't afford that. So you got to be careful with how much you selling tickets. People will buy a $25 ticket, $20 ticket, but when you start going to $35, $40, $50, you having a little problem now. They rather listen to the music on YouTube and vibe to that. And
I mean, it's interesting. I mean, when I think back to the days where African artists, a lot of Afrobeats artists would come into Philly. You know, I can remember, we'll go to the Lounge, even, Trilogy, all these places, like, the artists would be performing, Reserve Lounge, all these places. And I get it, things are different. Things have changed now. At the same time, the reality is that, you're talking about how Afrobeats hadn't yet arrived, like it was on its way. But now it's like Afrobeats it's like it's touched down. And so now these artists who TLA and these the Fillmore and these bigger venues, that's the next stop.
Right.
That's the next stop.
I'm telling you, man, I wake up early. Like all of us wake up early. I just knew Afrobeat is here when you wake up and it's like 6:30 a.m. and you turn on the radio, you hear Afrobeat. I'm just like, I'm gonna have a good day today.
It's definitely here.
Different.
Afrobeat definitely.
Can you touch a little bit on that? Like, how does it make you feel personally?
Man, it made me feel good. It made me feel good that we're gonna have a seat at the table. Yes. It made me feel good. Me being consistent in the game and still being a part of it. I feel like my seat at the table is coming. You know what I'm saying?
Is this what you envisioned though, or is it bigger than what you thought?
So I seen it coming. I seen that one day people gonna want to tap into the culture.
When was that moment? Can you share like a specific moment for you that made you feel like, this is gonna be bigger than what I expected?
Boy, when WizKid did that record with Drake, things like that started happening, and then Rick Ross with P Square, and all these, and Neo with with Peace. What's all these collaboration stuff?
Like hip hop in Africa. Yeah.
I say, yo, and you know Afrobeat, they got a vibe that it's like just like the vibe.
Yeah.
Like we got the reggae music out of here.
Yo, man.
We got them out of here. Like they I know they're just watching like damn.
You know, when I think of Afrobeat, like correct me if this is like a wrong analogy. I think of Afrobeat like Nelson Mandela. You know what I mean? Just like locked up for so many years, but with being patient, and now just out free.
Yeah.
It's just like taking over the world. You know what I mean? Now it's like
setting fire everywhere.
You know what I mean? It's been suppressed. It's been there, like we been talking about.
Yeah.
Somehow, like once it started to like hit like the Western market, and you know the market, the music industry is also controlled, but like you say, all this collaboration, it's just like taking over everywhere now.
Bro, that's amazing.
You know,
and one group of people we should give it to the Nigerians play a major role in Afrobeat getting here, right? Because you know why? Because they risk takers, they investors. They put up real cash for them futures you see they got. They put up real money for it. Understand? So they understood like what they had to bring to the world, and they put it out there. They put the money behind it. So big up to all the investors that's seeing it.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So Africa, we definitely got to give one another the flowers when they deserve it. Basically,
That's an important part.
Yeah, so.
That's an important part. So now we know you were. So are you a DJ?
So I'm a promoter.
Okay, promoter.
Yeah, promoter. I'm an entrepreneur. So promoter, businessman, music manager.
Okay.
So so I'm just on my feet everywhere basically.
And then we know that you opened up a restaurant in the last year.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
So basically, right. So one thing I realized, like I said, the Nigerians got the music, right? But one thing I said to myself, I said we got this dope food.
Yeah.
Anybody will give it to. They can't deny. Anybody, American, Chinese, anybody that eat Liberian food cannot deny Liberian food. So one of my homies opened a restaurant called Kings and Queens in like the Derby area.
Yeah.
So one thing, big up. That's my boy.
He was on the show earlier.
Yeah, big up's my boy. So he opened that. So one thing about me, I told you I always like to help people, right? So I find myself always like helping other people like get their stuff where they gotta go. Like just figuring like somebody doing this, a fashion show, I'm there helping them doing this. So I said, why don't I put this energy behind pushing our food to the world? So I said, okay, I thought about this like in like 2-3 months, bro. 2-3 months. That's the kind of person, if I think about something, I'm gonna do it. And whatever come behind it, like I'll just deal with it. So I went ahead, me and my sister, we partnered up. I brought the idea to her. We partnered up, and I also had like this. I got this rapper in Philly too that I manage, hip hop. He joined us to bring this alive. So definitely, Fuji's here to stay, and more branches gonna come.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where's it located?
It's in Northeast. It's
Northeast,
down Frankfurt, 4107 Frankfurt Avenue.
Okay.
Definitely gotta check that out.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't even know, man. Like you serve like versatile. Like, I didn't know you own a restaurant.
Almost a year. So next Sunday, November 14th, gonna make us a year. So we open, right? You know when the city was about to close down.
Yeah.
That's when we opened.
Oh, in the pandemic, like when the. How was that?
Almost a year. Like I understand building, right?
Yeah.
I understand everything take time. So if I was away after the pandemic, I still was gonna have to go through the 2 years of struggle. So
you already knew it was gonna be a process. Like, so you.
I knew it was gonna be because one thing about restaurant people don't get, right? It's like because you right here, you're not gonna eat out every week.
Yeah.
You might eat out like once or twice a week. So you gotta get a lot of people that's gonna eat out for your restaurant to really make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if there's one person not coming, there's the other person coming. If there's 30 or 100 people not gonna come this week, the other 30 or 100 gonna come. So the time you take every day, somebody gonna hear about this space through word of mouth or through Instagram or through. It's gonna go like this. So 2 years. In 2 years to the third year, that's when it's gonna really start to make sense. So yeah, I'm trusting the process.
So I'm sure as a promoter, you've transferred a lot of those skills over to the restaurant
Yeah, that's
business.
one thing. That's one thing that kind of helped my process move a little faster.
Yeah.
Usually it might take like 3 to 4 years, but mine they cut it down to 2 because I've already been outside already. I've been outside already, so the people that have been outside, I already was able to push it onto them. Come check it out. So yeah.
That's what's up that you were able to, make it through the pandemic, because there are a lot of businesses that have been operating for a long time that shut down because of the pandemic. What do you think it was about Fugees and your ability to execute that has allowed you to continue with your process?
So the good thing about Fugees is that I understood what was going into, right? So a lot of people start businesses and they just started so they can become a boss, call themselves a boss, sit back and watch workers work. Yeah. This shit gonna go in the hole with that. So me, when I start, my mom is in the kitchen, she the cook. I'm in the kitchen, I'm serving, I'm wiping things down, I'm managing the business. Yeah. That's why I posted the other day, I said a couple of hours ago I was serving, I was sweeping, and today look, so I can be down in 2 seconds. The next second you see me on the plane somewhere else, living my best life. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So a lot of people in the headspace think a boss supposed to look a certain way, or a boss supposed to do certain things, and you got to get the job done. That's the key. Getting the job done. For me, that's what I see.
Wow, that's important.
Man, definitely. That's important. Well, for everybody who tuned into that, we appreciate it. Like, we got JBizz in the building. Again, like, he's literally sharing with us about, like, it's not all about the party, the perceptions, but this is a man who's talking about, like, he's just a regular dude who's just like getting his hand dirty every day. So talk to us about that perception, the image that you had out there as a promoter versus like your reality, like, how do you sort of like balance the two?
So the key to my brand, right, is that I want to motivate other people that are like in like a not good situation. Let them know that they can do what I do too, because I do real day-to-day life stuff. Like I said, I sweep floors, I mop floors in my business. Like my entire business, right? I learned how to be a handyman, right? Yeah. I did the floors. I did the walls. I painted. I did, like, literally, if you walk in the spot, like outside, if you really walk in the entire spot, I did almost all that stuff. I learned how to be a handyman. You understand? So it was so.
Had you done any of those things before?
Never did floors, wooden floors.
How did you learn how to do it?
So YouTube,
man, I'm telling you, YouTube will change your life. YouTube will change your life.
YouTube University, man. He always he's a huge fan.
Yeah, I'm big. I've learned a lot. I probably learned more from YouTube than I have anywhere else.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Saved me a lot of money too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's motivating to know, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm a very unhandy person.
No, you gotta tap into that.
I'm actually setting up an Airbnb right now.
Trying to figure it out.
I was putting together this TV stand, and the nail went right through the stand. I'm like,
nah, you gotta get the.
I'm going to sleep.
They got this thing. Look, all my TVs, I put it up myself. You gotta get the thing to find the wood. They got a wood finder. Yeah, it's the file. It's gonna help you find, because when they built their houses, right, is these things, those things in it, but they got the wood in between. Like every little 6-inch has like a solid like plywood. That's what the nail gonna go through. But if you put the sheetrock, what you put the nail through the sheetrock. Yeah. But you gotta actually get the nail through the wood for the whole of the TV.
Right. Listen, man, I'm listening.
Yeah, so they got stuff to find the wood. They got wood finders. So once you put it on there, it got a little detect. When you slide, it'll start beeping. Like where the wood is at. That's where you nailed the. Yeah. So yeah, definitely.
Right. This is one of our Toby's questions, and I love this question too. So what are some of the struggles that you've been through that really help propel, motivate you to just continue to be the person that you are today, businessman, promoter. Man, I'm real struggle you went through.
Man, I'm about to share something with y'all. It's gonna be so, literally right in America. I've been here for so long. I literally just got my green card 3 months ago. Yeah. So I was able to do everything I did without proper documentation, like they say.
Wow.
Feel me? So that right there, that was like a motive. That right there, that let me know, like, boy, if you can do that, you can do so. So basically, I'm just getting the chance to be able to travel out of America, where I'm going back to Liberia this December to go do some events over there. Wow. So my brand about to enhance now.
Oh man.
Different levels. So yeah, so that right there, man, struggle.
So JBizz is going international.
Yeah. So now, they in trouble now. they in trouble.
Now you got all the right packages and like the energy in place. Now it's done.
They in trouble, bro. They in trouble.
So what are you setting up in Liberia? Because we know that I'm Nigerian. I know a lot of people go back to Nigeria, go to Ghana in December. So like with Liberia, what's happening?
So
in December.
So like in December everybody go back home to go have fun. So in Liberia, right, it's tough in Liberia. So right now I'm trying to figure out how I can just get something going over there, man. Like, cause our industry, cause right now we got an artist in America on tour named Skinny Boy Ponto, sold out Philly, sold out every city he did so far. So our people are starting to tap into our music now. Yeah. You feel me? Our people starting to tap into our culture. So now it's an industry being built now. Okay. So now I'm about to go back home, about to do a few events and go back home, connect with like the young promoters that's there that don't have the money or funds to really like, but they got that work ethic. They want it. Yeah. I'm about to go try to figure out how I can empower them. You feel me? To help them change their family life too.
Is there an existing scene in Liberia, the way, like you said, people go back home during the winter? Is that something that you feel is being created now, or is this something that has been there that you kind of want to put more of a light on?
Yeah, it's something that literally over the past couple of years, people been going back and trying stuff. Yeah, been doing stuff. So so now I'm about to go there too and add my energy to it. So we about to. Yeah, we about to go change the game in Liberia. Okay. Man, it's about time.
So like when you go back, like right now, like talk to us a little bit about how you envision it to be and what do you think is gonna happen. Like it's been how long you been in the state?
Boy, I'm 33, right? So I've been here since I was 11. So that's what. That's 22 years, right? Yes.
Like talk to us about your mindset right now.
So basically, right? Places like Africa, right? It's like really like people from the Western world. You can really take any idea from here and mimic over there. You understand? Because it's virgin. They trying to figure life out. Only thing every day they wake up, their first thing is how they gonna feed their family. So their brains not working and think about other stuff. Yeah. You feel me? So us that have all these different information, because information is very valuable. All this information we got to go back home and imply them information and help other people bring them up too, so they can have hope. Because hope is the key to life. Like you can't have no money, but if you have hope that you're gonna get some money one day, you can potentially get some money.
What are you looking forward to going back home, man? What's the first thing when you touch that? When you land, man, what's the first thing you want to do, man? It's been a minute.
I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I don't even know when I get down there how I'm gonna feel. Because I'm hearing a lot of different stories from different people. How I'm supposed to move while I'm out there. A lot of people people always put their own fear on you. You know how people are. Some shit. They feel like they're not gonna be able to do certain things. They're gonna always put their fear on you. Say, bro, you go there, do it like this or do it like that. Right. And I'm just going in, because one thing about me, I be doing some crazy stuff. So you know how like last year the stock market, right? Everybody was talking about it, this and that. But I went into the stock market head first. Didn't get no information. Put 17,000 into it. Feel me? So I believe in just, if you gonna do it,
you have
to do it. Just do it. Yeah. When they say the greater the risk, the bigger the reward.
Yeah. So if you going, so if I'm going over there, whatever idea that I got, I'm gonna go do it. I don't care if I never been there before. I don't care how the people are, because I'm dealing with human beings.
Yeah.
Right.
So the key is you if you know how to deal with human beings, no matter where you at in this earth.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You're gonna be able to deal with human beings the proper way. How you know how to do it.
Right. And I think the beautiful thing about this is where social media came, and I think social media has become a huge way to bridge the gap. JBizz, like, trust me, like the work that you have done outside of like here, trust me, those people will see that, and then they will love to have you back. So somebody like you, I'll be honest with you, because you love helping people, you be helping people, you got nothing to be afraid of, bro. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
You know, those people, like, they're gonna embrace you, they're gonna love you because they know you're all about the culture. You're being embracing the culture, and they know that you're also like going back there to provide some sort of opportunity, man. So I think it's more blessing to you, bro.
Definitely key.
Don't listen to those people, man.
Boy, you can hear some shit I be hearing. Cause I'm currently managing one of the biggest Liberian artists, whose name is D12.
Right.
He has some big Liberian songs. Y'all probably heard one of his songs before too, but y'all probably don't know his name. He's a big deal. Even the president did a speech to one of his songs.
Oh wow.
Liberia, big deal. So I'm managing him, so we're going back over there too to kind of just do some work.
Can you name some of the Liberian artists who need to be on people's radar, just for our audience to know?
So they got D12,
Okay.
Skinny Boy Ponto, Stunner. They have Teddy Ra, Moose. That I told you guys about, and they got this kid called in Philly called LIB Foreign. Pretty good artist, but he does hip hop. But yeah, so they have Jorito, and they got J Slug. Yeah, they got Bucky Roy. Yeah, Bucky Roy. Yeah, Bucky Roy. He's another guy that.
And let's go outside of like Liberia. Like, what are some of the big African artists like you sort of really work with and like manage?
So I did. So but in the U.S. I work with Mastercraft. I have a really good close relationship with like Flavor and his managers, Camp and stuff like that. So yeah, so it's like I have up and down. Malik Bear is still my guy. Still find me on Instagram. LAX, my guy too. Lax, cool guy. And then they got this other guy called Shizi too. He's a cool artist. I got a lot of. I have relationships with a lot of people like Major, like Duke, the biggest. Yeah. That's my guy right there too. DJs, Buka. All these big Nigerian DJs in the game, they're my people. So, cause when we was doing parties, they wasn't there. They was just starting their career.
Right.
So so the respect's still there.
But Aki and I, like, we look at each other, we start smiling. You know, like, cause we end up going to Afro Nation. You know, that's, you know, we connect with you. Man, talk to us about like your experience in Vegas at Afro Nation, man, and Aki, of course, we got more questions about that.
Dope event though. Dope event. Yeah, the people that put that thing together.
And how you got involved in that?
So you know, like I said, I have a lot of relationships. So my people was a part of like DJ Buka was one of the headline DJs. So that's my boy. So
shout out to DJ Buka.
Shout out to DJ Buka. He kept coming up. That name kept coming up.
Hype, man.
Yeah.
That boy, I ain't gonna lie. The thing about that kid, he understands the business, understands the concept. He understands what it takes to get to the next level. You have to make a lot of sacrifices. And people think when they say sacrifices in Africa, you gotta kill somebody. No, that's not it. You gotta take away things you love and things you like. For you to get what you want.
You really desire.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
You gonna take away spending time with your girlfriend, going on dates all the time. Yeah. And you're gonna be on a plane here, going behind this artist, that artist, losing sleep because the time zone changes. Your body is. So that's what really it is, man. It's not about you Illuminati and all that stuff people got going on about sacrificing.
Before we continue the conversation, we want to thank everyone again for being with us here on Pepper Soup Talk. We're here with JBizz, and please make sure to subscribe to our channel if you like what you've seen so far. Make sure to hit the notification bell at the top right, and also hit the thumbs up below the video. We want to keep this movement of African excellence going.
Right. And we're very honored to have JBizz in the building today. You know, it's just one of the movers and shakers in Philadelphia who's just like literally just taking Afro Nation, Afro music to a whole new level, you know. So I actually think of you as the epitome of African excellence. So we honored to really have you on our talk show today, for you to share your experience and story with us. Because I just think that what people might take away from your story today is not always what they might see when they see you out there on the stage, when they see you out there promoting. So, you know, Akia and I have came in contact with you multiple times, and I was telling Akia, we got to bring this guy on the talk show, man. We got to see like how he make the magic happen, man.
A lot of sacrifice, boy. Yeah, it takes a lot, man. A lot of sacrifice, man. And definitely.
The question we'd like to ask is, if you had to talk to your younger self, let's take, you know, JBizz, he said it was 22. You've been at this for over 10 years. What would you tell 22-year-old JBizz? What advice would you give him? What words of wisdom would you give him as he's navigating his path?
So I'll tell JBizz, right? Leave them girls alone. Focus.
Yo,
that's exactly what I tell him.
Yo, I told you, say you're gonna keep it real. Talking about that, because this is actually a very important topic, especially for like a lot of like black men out there, right? You know, giving you experience and giving what you say. Like what type of woman are you looking for now?
For me, I'm looking for a female that's gonna build with me. I'm not looking for a girl that's gonna have her hand out.
What do you mean, like she gonna build with you?
She gonna build. We gonna figure life out together. You feel me? We gonna work on projects. Cause you gotta understand what's going on in society today, right? Just look at it like this, right? If you married, you live in an apartment, you guys divorced. What do you guys? Just nothing, right? So if I'm married to a girl and if I leave you, only thing I'm leaving is a conversation. Another girl you know the new girl's gonna come with all the good thing, the time, they're gonna be nice and all that. That's why a lot of relationships are breaking up, because there's no substance value in that relationship apart from emotions. You get what I'm saying? So like them other people, when they about to break up, they thinking about houses, spouse support and all this crazy shit. So the man, if he's stepping out there, he thinking like, am I willing to lose all this companies? They thinking about, if I cheat on my wife, she gonna get me for the company, or she gonna get me for the house. But if we ain't got none of that shit, I'm gonna go do it. You get what I'm saying?
Picking up some points.
So you gotta find a woman that you're gonna build something together that's gonna really like. Even though like love got to be there too, but you got to have something that you can touch, you
tangible.
Can feel.
Right. So it's more like, which is what I'm hearing you saying is like, it's just more about this partnership, right?
Yeah, looking for a partner.
Right.
Partner. That's what, I thought your wife would be a partner.
Yeah.
Your wife is right, a partner, right?
Right. But I think it's about establishing that before you get to that stage.
Right.
It's about that mindset. So I just want to push you a little bit to share that, because you know I just feel like sometimes when people say something like what you're saying, they might just think, oh, no, like he's saying something negative about women.
No,
but I just think that you're not speaking directly to the woman, but I also know you're speaking to a lot of people who look like us out there who at that age, you know. So, and I just want you to just dissect what you say a little bit, so that you know people understand where you're coming from, you know, so they don't get you misunderstood.
I'm definitely trying to get my brother's game, man. Trying to just let them know, like you gotta pick your battle, cause life not easy.
That's real.
Life is not easy, but it's worth living. Life is not easy, but whenever somebody tell me something about themselves, I say to them, nothing is easy. Shit, what you gonna do? You gotta figure it out, and nothing easy.
You gotta pick and choose your battle.
No, nothing easy. You know now it's cold outside, right? And when you trying to wake up from bed, how hard it is to get up. You feel me? It ain't easy, man. Gotta just be grateful though. One thing about me that I'm always grateful for is just having this thing called life. Like if they told me if I either give you $1 billion or you can live for 10 years, I'm taking that 10 years. You keep your $1 billion. So
that's real.
I just want people to just appreciate. You gotta appreciate the most important thing that God give you first, before He give you more. So I appreciate just having life.
That's real.
That's it.
That's real.
Man. Well, thank you for sharing that and your experience with us. So, what's the next step for you, JBizz? Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
So basically, the next step for me, I want to be one of the biggest entrepreneurs out of Africa that the entire world have ever seen. One of my role model is Diddy. I look up to him a lot. Yeah, and I also had the opportunity to kind of be around his kids and stuff like that, because I managed one of his son, Justin, best friend, by the name of Big Larry, do his birthday tour and all that stuff for him. So yeah, so his kids, he raised them kids well. He did. So that right there made me know like all the bad things people say about him. It's because I work with artists, right? And I see how it is working with artists. Artists are ridiculous, bro.
High maintenance.
Artists are ridiculous working with them. It's not. And then as a businessman, people always gonna say bad things about him because he's just doing proper business with an individual that want to play with him. So he's gonna do proper business with you. So yeah, I really look up to him. I look up to how he can have a suit on today, and tomorrow he can have t-shirt, and then he can. You feel me?
Versatile.
Yeah, so it's not like, you know how they got an idea of how a corporate person is supposed to look, or how a successful man is supposed to look. Like he's changing the whole narrative.
His own individual.
He's gonna motivate everybody that they can tap into this thing called life and be successful with it.
It's dope.
Before we let out of here, is there any words of wisdom that you have for the people who are tuning in?
Yeah, man, I just want to tell y'all to just tap into this podcast, Pepper Soup. Y'all should have told me I would have brought some pepper soup. I'm serious. Y'all should next time I make sure I bring some pepper soup for y'all. Such a dope name. Tapping with my boys, man. They doing amazing thing. They highlighting the culture out there. People who really out there doing what they do, man. I just want y'all, like I said earlier, just appreciate you having life, man, and having health. All these billionaires that die, they would wish to have what you got. So, and let's just lead with love. That's it.
Definitely, man.
How can people follow along with your journey and what you're doing? Where can they find you?
So everybody, you can tap in with me on Instagram at I am JBizz, and then on Facebook, same thing. And then if you're interested in tapping out with the restaurant, see what we got going over there. Instagram is Fuji's_restaurant. Yeah, so you can definitely check us out.
Well, this is Pepper Soup Talk. We're here with JBizz. Definitely continue to follow along his journey. We're excited to see where he takes things. And we'll see you next time on Pepper Soup Talk.